Беше ли масаж? Дали ви гаделички?
Was it sexy?
Дали беше секс?
No. Okay, so these are all the questions that if I was her brain, I'd be saying, what is the appropriate response to that? What do I have to do to respond to that? I am obliged to have some kind of autonomic nervous system response. Okay? Body has to respond to it.
Ние целиме да провокираме някакъв отговор в автономната нервна система, но какъв точно ще е този отговор?
You're right, Tika. This man's amazing, I tell you what. There's an expression in English called movers and shakers, and this guy is it. You know, I can count on the fingers of one hand the people that say, come to my country and I'll do this, that and the other, and they disappear. And this guy's been annoying me for... And everything he says is happening, so he's a real dude.
Благодарности към Ради, който направи всичко това възможно днес.
Seriously. But he's quite cool as well. He'd flick his hair if he had any. So the body has to respond. It has to have some kind of appropriate response to know how to respond to it. Yeah? And the autonomic nervous system is much more powerful than we give it credit for. It can shut down our central nervous system and overtake our central nervous system instantly.
Автономната нервна система всъщност е много по-могъща и силна, тъй като може във всеки един момент да изключи централната нервна система и обратно да я включи отново.
If I run at Ivan with a knife, then he has to either fight me or flight me. He has to run away from me or fight me. I suggest he fights me because I'm a girl.
Да допусна, че бъде нападнат някой с нож. Той или ще избяга, или ще се съпротивлява.
So the first thing that's going to happen when we give a Bowen move is we're going to trigger an autonomic nervous system change. We know that, we've tested this, we've got the results, we get an autonomic nervous system change. And it's going to fluctuate. It's going to go from sympathetic to parasympathetic, but primarily it's going to go into parasympathetic, primary motor cortex is shut down, and central nervous system is starting to create a dialogue.
Така че диалог, който централната нервна система започва е следствие на инпута, който ние сме направили към парасимпатиката нервна система посредством движение.
We talk about the brain a lot of the time, but the brain isn't really that reliable. The brain is quite often very unreliable.
Всъщност мозъкът е доста ненадежден.
Translating messages, and I'm going to demonstrate that now, and we're going to play a little game together.
Ще ви убедя в това след малко в една проста игра. Колко ненадежден той е в пренасене на послание.
Brother, come here, please. So I'd like you to find somebody to play with, please. Find a partner. Into twos. Find a partner.
Трябва още един доброволец.
Proactive. Just find somebody. Would you like to play with this lady here? Thank you, Andrea. Okay, so two of you. So you two can play with each other. You two can play with each other.
Може да направите двойки. Един спрямо друг.
Pair off.
Спрямо това, което ще покажа в момента.
За
да опитате и да направите също, което ми ще демонстрирам.
You like him, don't you?
Ако го харесате, някой може да направите.
Do you know his name? Let's check. Okay, so what's going to happen is this, is that one of you, okay, no, you stay there, that's it, let's come here and do it, that's it, you stay there, okay, and we'll do it with these two people. Come here, what's your name? Elena, okay, so what you're going to do here, Elena, okay, so one of you is going to do this, one of you is going to do this, put your arms out in front of you. Yeah, this one, and the other one. The other one, that's it, thumbs down, arms out. So, that's it, one of you, join in anytime, just you. Just one of you. Okay?
Само един от вас нека го прави.
And then you're going to cross the arms over like this.
След което кръстосите ръцете.
And now you're going to interlock your fingers.
И се опитате да преплетете пръсти.
Hang on. Thank you. Down a bit. Okay. That's it. Okay.
Опитайте го
да
направите.
Thank you. You're very good at this. You can stay here. Fresh? Yeah. You get paid for it. And then you come up underneath and look down. All right, now, what this man is going to do, he is going to point. Do not touch.
Той ще покаже в момента местата, които не бива да се докосват.
That's a finger, and you have to wiggle that finger.
Посочи, той ще покаже пръст и ти трябва да опиташ да раздвижиш този пръст.
That one.
Опити да разтвориш този пръст.
Off you go, and again.
Айде, покажи един пръст и тя ще опита да го отвори. Без да го докосне, просто я помолете да разгъне пръста.
This one. You try that one. Oh, very good. How about the other side? Oh, eventually. Okay, have a go. Please have a go. This is brilliant. You'll love this. You have a go now. You can do one here. Cross the arms over. Interlock the fingers. Good. Okay. And now you point, but don't touch. Don't touch. Just point. It's cool. You see what happens?
Виждате ли какво става?
You need, if you haven't tried this, you must try this. This is so cool.
Ако не сте го опитали, просто опитайте сега, ще видите колко е.
So what happened? What did it feel like?
I don't know, I just don't have control. I mean, I mess up right with left.
Mess up right with left. Okay, thank you. You can sit down. I'm going to keep the pretty girl here. Go away. No offense. Okay, so let's try this again. So who found that difficult? Yeah. Let's see what happens now. Do the same thing again. Right, so this is pure brain. Right? So watch again. No, she's not. No, this we're all the same. Don't mean that. Just teasing. But now what happens? What happens here if I say move this one? Yeah, every time. What about this? Move this one. Move this one. And what about this one? And what about this one? Oh, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? And so on and so forth. Thank you very much. You did very well. Give me a round of applause. So all we did here was introduce a different signal, a different way of communicating. It was a touch.
Това, което направихме сега е, че предадохме различен стимул, докосване.
So we have the power of touch to communicate through the central nervous system, but also the autonomic nervous system.
Тоест докосването стартира не само централната нервна система, но и автономната нервна система.
The reason that we have so much illness, particularly in our Western world, is this concept, this idea of stress.
Това е, може би, една от причините, поради която имаме толкова голяма заболеваемост в западния свят.
Do you see a lot more stress-related illness now?
I believe so. Дали виждаме много болести, свързани с стрес, това, което те изглеждат като основна причина за голяма част от заболяванията.
Stress needs energy. If you're stressed, if you're going to run away, fight or flight, then you need lots of energy from your body, your existing energy.
Което консумира голямо количество енергия, стреса, който получаваме или който упражняваме, изразходва голяма част от енергията ни.
First one is going to come from your digestive system. 25% of your energy for your body comes from your digestive system.
Като 25% идва от храносмилателната система.
Then it's going to come from your reproductive system.
Следващия източник на енергия е системата за възпроизводство.
You don't need a reproductive system in times of stress.
Но когато сте под стрес и под напрежение, въобще не се сещате, че тя съществува.
Then you're going to lose your peripheral blood supply. You don't need blood to your fingers if you're going to fight.
Напрежение и стрес ще загубите периферната циркулация.
And the last one is, and the most serious one is you're going to take the energy from your immune system.
Последната система, от която черпите енергия в състояние на стрес, е имунната система.
That's really bad.
Което не е хич хубаво.
Because you don't need your immune system now or tomorrow or next week, but you sure as hell need it in 6 weeks or 6 months' time.
Което е много лошо, тъй като може би няма да ви трябва след седмици или две, но със сигурност ще ви потреба след 6 месеца.
So if your stress is coming from a car accident or a big injury or a fight, then fine, you can do without it for 3 or 4 days.
Тоест, ако стресът е причинен от происшествие с кола, от побой или от някакъв друг инцидент, това ще се справи, тъй като след 3-4 дена ще забравите за него.
But if your stress is coming from having to drive a car through Sofia every day.
Но ако все пак карате кола в София всеки ден, например,
how do you do that?
как се справите с това?
It's normal for you, yeah. So if your stress is coming from no money or a rubbish job or all these things that we have, relationships,
лоши връзки, лоши взаимоотношения, ниска заплата.
It's a trickle effect, the trickle.
Това е ефект, който се мултиплицира, умножава.
So now we have the CNS, the central nervous system, in dialogue with the autonomic nervous system. sort of United Nations and NATO discussion going on.
Диалога между централната нервна система и автономната е както между Обединените нации и НАТО. Продължава.
The thing that joins this up is our fascia, our connection with our fascia.
Това, което обединява двете системи, това са фасциите. Това, което обединява функцията посредством напрежение.
And what I want to do now is I want to give you a breakdown, not a nervous breakdown. I want to give you a breakdown of the two types of fascia that we're working with. How are we doing for tea break or what have you? Are we having a tea break? That's the crowd.
Yeah. Win the crowd.
Do you want a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Cup of tea and coffee? Little wee? The toilet? No? Yes. Hands up for yes. Hands up for no. Right, keep going. The baby wants a break. Okay. I will give this half an hour. Okay, we'll finish and we'll take questions in about 25 minutes, half an hour. I'll whip through this, okay? So if you have any questions or anything that you want to object or argue with me or shout at me, I will very, very welcome to have that.
Ще се радвам да получим въпроси и да поспорим.
I love an argument. Okay. So fascia. So little flashback. The first one is superficial fascia or adipose tissue. This is stuff that everybody forgets about.
Това е първата фасция, за която никой не помни, всички забравяме. Суперфициална фасция на масната тъкан.
Big mistake.
Което е голяма грешка.
If you are in the business of putting your hands on people, this is the stuff you're working on.
И всъщност, ако изкарате парите си посредством работа върху хора, това е нещо, което вие манипулирате.
This is a picture of somebody's superficial fascia. There is no skin on this, there is no muscle on this, there is no bone on this. This is pure adipose tissue, superficial fascia.
Това е повърхност на масната тъкан, повърхностната фасция, без мускули, без кости и без кожа.
Again, this is done by Gil. It's an amazing picture. It's a groundbreaking picture. So, this woman here has carried her body around with her. This is her human layer. Every time you move your skin, like we did on the skin slack, you move the superficial fascia with it.
Всеки път, когато правите първи елемент от движението, вие движите всъщност повърхностната фасция.
It's a strong, continuous layer. If you took this layer off, this layer comes from around this area.
Непрекъснат слой, който покрива цялото тяло.
If I folded this out and I got somebody at the other end to pull, you wouldn't pull this apart. It's strong, thick.
Не може да откъснете канеката, тъй като той наистина, тази фасция наистина е здрава.
It varies in thickness from a millimeter thick.
Варира в размери от дебелина около милиметър.
To 10 centimeters thick.
До 10 сантиметра или повече.
Or even more. See these guys in America? See the obesity in America? 3,000 calories a day these guys are eating. 30,000 calories a day, right? It's an endocrine organ. If you know anything about the endocrine system, this is an endocrine organ. It's involved in the transportation, the metabolism and the production of hormones.
Има отношение към метаболизма, транспорта и производството на хормони.
In particular, a hormone that's related to obesity called leptin.
И конкретно към производството на лептин, което е свързан с затлъстяването.
Cytokines and first. So that means that it's no longer the skin which will be the largest organ of the body. We would have to call the superficial fascia or the adipose layer organ, so therefore it's huge. It would have to be the largest organ of the body.
Тоест, ако говорим за най-голям орган на тялото, това вече едва ли ще е кожата, по-скоро е повърхностната фасция с масната тъкан.
If you're taking an exam in anatomy in the next 3 weeks, do not put this down as your answer, because it will be wrong.
Не го казвайте, ако все пак ще ви изпитат по анатомия по следващите 3 седмици.
But we know better. your workplace. This is what you work in. You put your hands on people. You have to go through this stuff to get to anything.
И тъй като работейки с хора, вие за да стигнете до която и да друга структура, трябва да минете през полостната фасция.
And it has a behavior.
А тя реагира.
If you push on it, it will hold you out.
Ако я натиснете, тя ще ви задържи на разстояние.
Okay? It's like a beautiful woman.
Като една красива жена не може да е